One area that I've always needed to improve on is local marketing. Luckily, though, I have my friend Beau, who is an expert on this matter and has grown his own business strictly through local marketing and word of mouth in his community. This is a great strategy for any brick and mortar or even online business. And he hopped on a call with me the other day to lay out the 3 most beneficial strategies he's taken when it comes to local marketing. Without further ado, let's let him take it away.
The first thing of advice to market yourself in the local market for me would be just being consistent with your posting. You don't have to spend a lot of money on Facebook and Google and Instagram at first. I think it's important as you grow and you need more work to start spending money on an advertising budget. But the consistency is key, because the thing is when people find you or come across you online, you want your page to be like, okay, he's posted in the past 2 to 3 days. If he messages me on here, I'm going to respond. And that's been huge. Just, I think, the first 2 hours today was just making all my content for the week, and also for the first week of February. My baby's coming. But yeah, I think that is a huge portion. The second piece of advice that I would give is definitely the idea of reciprocity. So FYP is home to the free church of the month. What we do is every month at random, or if I find a church in need, we clean it for free. There's no charge. They don't have to do anything. There's no I'm trying to sell you a maintenance program. No, we come in, I want the worst church. I want the church that maybe couldn't normally do it. And that's been big. We also will clean recovery homes for free. My technicians, if he's at a job site at a place and he just feels like giving it away for free, do it. You cannot underestimate the power of reciprocity. I'm such a big believer in that. And I do think it's important to come from the right space in the heart too, because it's not to benefit. It's like, I get to give back. Thank you, community, for allowing me to be in business. And I think that's important to give that out. And that kind of ties into the third point of turning your customers into cheerleaders. So I tell her story. I tell how FYP was started. I tell what it means. I talk about the accident. I tell about what we're trying to do. And then I talk about the free church. And I think it's important. First, the coolest part about the free church is when you get a call from California that says, hey, we've been doing this for the past 3 months. I'm like, that's what it's about. When we walk into someone's home, we are men with equipment, and it can be off-putting. If our shoes are dirty, we're not being respectful. When we come into people's home and we treat them good and respectful, we protect their corners. When we're bringing in hoses, we put mats down, all of those kind of stuff. People will feel comfortable referring you, therefore turning into your cheerleader. So it's like, I will take good care of them. And if there's a problem, I will be back out there to fix it to the best of my abilities. And I would do everything I can to make a satisfied customer. So yeah, that would be my 3 tips personally. It would be the consistency of advertising online and keeping things going, keeping your LinkedIn up to date, keeping your Instagram, keeping your Facebook, all of those key points. And you also got to understand your audience on each one. Instagram, different than Facebook. YouTube is not going to do much for me locally for what I do unless I get it to explode. And that's more of a long-term plan. But the consistency with that, the key of reciprocity, giving back is important. It just opens up so many doors. And then turning your customers into cheerleaders by providing trustworthy and good quality work.
So that was Beau's 3 tips for local marketing. I personally really enjoyed this, and it was great having him on here. I'll definitely have him on here again. If you want to see some tips and tricks I've gotten from other guests on past podcasts, go ahead and click right here to check out the playlist.